Start off, just breathe out and feel that wave of relaxation go from head to toe. Feel your legs get heavier, and your upper body become more empty and light. You sink down into the right, tuck your tailbone in your chin, empty out your left leg. You can lift it up. You can imagine like you're pulling it up by the knee with a string. You can just step out, then shift. You breathe in, breathe out, tuck your tailbone in your chin. So now we're going to begin Repulse the monkey. It's all based on the hip movement. So the hands go out after following the hips. See, you go that way, the hands go out. Go the other way, the hands go out. So you start, turn to the right, and your hands float. One back, one forward. Just to the level of the sternum, no higher. Your hands are relaxed, your elbows slightly bent, your shoulders relaxed and down. You don't want your shoulders going up here. Now your palms turn up, look back, breathe in, and now turn the hips, and the hands follow. One floats back, nice and soft, like you're going through water, like you're underwater. So breathe in, breathe out. Now this is just a half turn, so we're going to go in the transition to brush, knee, and push. So the hips turn, and now you can keep doing that over and over, just to practice the movement. But then on that final transition to brush, knee, and push, just still following the hips. You turn to the left, the hands follow. And now you're just doing that windshield wiper, rotating the arms at the elbows. So we turn to the left, turn to the right, hands follow, windshield wiper movement. This is a traditional position for this movement, where the hand goes all the way up like that. But the reason I'm showing you guys a simplified form of it is because it's really easy for beginners to raise their shoulders in that movement. So as a beginner, you just keep it down, follow the hip movement, rotate the hands, but eventually you'll get to the point where you'll learn it this way and you won't have all the shoulder tension that tends to come with it. So we come into that half turn of the Repulse the monkey. You turn to the left, hands follow, turn to the right, hands follow. Just windshield wiper. Put all your weight into your right, hip to heel connection. Left leg is empty, and you step back with the heel onto thin ice. So when you step, you don't want the hip going over, and you don't want to lean forward either. You want to make sure that your spine stays straight up and down. You step, your hip to heel connection stays there. Keep that knee bent and out. Open up the hips. And you're stepping onto thin ice with the heel, so you can bring that leg back in without losing your balance. You're not putting a lot into it yet. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Now shift. And it's like you're pouring water from one leg to another. So it goes from hip to hip. As you shift, first goes from hip to hip, and then down to the heel. Bypass the knee. Now you turn the hips and the back toes at the same time. So that's the lower body movement. You do that first. You can practice it by itself, back and forth, just turning the hip and bringing the toes with it, either open or closed. So now you turn. Left hand goes down to brush knee, the right hand pushes. Very soft, like you're underwater. You're just moving the bones. Remember, you're not using muscle, and you're facing the northwest now. You started off facing north, and now your hips are facing northwest. So you got to transition to the other side now. You shift back, keeping your hips facing northwest. Bring those left toes in. Shift forward, which creates this coiling tension in your hips that wants to release, which happens when you bring the other leg in. So the hips naturally release when you bring that leg in. So they uncoil the hips, and then the hands just rotate at the elbows again. Just get ready. So you're kind of guarding the ear, kind of guarding the chest. Same thing, step on to thin ice with the heel. The toes are up. Very soft, no weight there really. Keep the knee open. Shift from one leg to the other. Now you're going to turn the hips and the back toe at the same time. Same deal, same body mechanics in the lower portion of the body for these two movements, brush, knee, and push, and parting the horse's mane. So you keep that hip to heel connection. You shifted. All that weight's in your right. Up top, you're empty. Your left leg is empty. And now, check your tailbone. Make sure it's tucked. Check your neck. Make sure it's relaxed and your chin is tucked down. Breathe into the dantian always. So now we're going to transition into parting the horse's mane. So the legs are the same. Shift back. Keep your hips facing northeast now. Bring your right toes in. Shift forward. Get that coil tension in your hips, and then release it when you bring that leg in, your left leg in. Now the hands, as you bring the hips or the leg in, the hips turn, the hands circle. So now they're not doing the windshield wiper thing. They circle, you turn to the right and gather the ball. So now you're going to step, same mechanics, hip to heel connection. Your left leg is empty. Step out with the heel. Don't lean. Don't lose your hip connection. Keep that left knee open. You shift. One hip to the other and down to the heel. You can turn the back hips, or turn the hips and bring the back toes in. Same thing as the last movement, but now when the torso goes, the left hand goes up and the right hand goes down. Very soft, like you're underwater. Don't forget, you don't want tension coming back into your arms. So shift. We're going to transition to the other side. Hips still facing the northwest. Bring that left toe in. And you shift forward. Don't turn your hips at all, not even 1 degree, until you bring that leg in. And the hands just spiral where they're at. Turn to the left. Hold the ball. Step back onto thin ice with the heel. Shift. Same stuff, guys. Same mechanics. Turn the hips and the toes. And then after that happens, the right hand goes up, the left hand goes down. Very soft. Heavy in the legs, though. And in the legs themselves, you have one that is full, the right leg, and the other that is empty. So now just shift back, go into preparation stance, shoulder width at the ankles. Breathe in, breathe out. Then your hands spiral to the side. Then you step in, straighten your legs. All right, hope that helped, guys.